Welcome back for another week here at the Biffolog, and today we are discussing the role of entertainment in your post-societal lives. Now, one of the first things you may have realized once the walls of civilization have crumbled about you is that entertainment will have become somewhat less important, and other more urgent needs will have filled the gap. So, for example, I understand that you obviously will not watch the Biffolog weekly merely to be entertained. Think of that. But to be educated about your miserable state that you find yourselves in and how to overcome future obstacles, such as simply dodging life's sledgehammer as it attempts to eradicate you daily. So, the Biffolog is here to help you today to navigate the balance between fun and fatality. Item 1. Enjoy the small things in life. One of the few perks that we actually receive from a societal collapse is that we suddenly begin to focus more on what we have than what we don't. For example, that horrific pair of long PJs or whatever that your mom sent you for Christmas with Charlie Brown's dog Snoopy on it, or whatever the thing's name is, it suddenly becomes indispensable. And likewise, your firearms now have a use beyond collecting dust in the closet. And incidentally, for those of you who failed to purchase a firearm before the collapse of society, I can only say, I told you so. But inasmuch as neither of these examples really classify in relation to our discussion of entertainment, I will say that they do at least better allow us to appreciate the small pleasure of simply being alive in the first place, and having the way of protecting what's yours and staying warm on cold nights is a privilege in the world you now inhabit and should in some sense put a smile on your face. Item 2. Community sports. In the event that you should find a group of morally stable folks, you should take advantage of the occasion by staking out a warm and inviting place in which to hold friendly competitions. So, share your stories of survival, build each other up, form strong bonds of brotherhood in an anything-goes round of community paintball. There is simply no better way of letting loose the frustrations of life than relentlessly beating up on your fellow man. It's like an emotional revival, does wonders for the weary of mind. Then, once you've shot your last paintball, and the welts have subsided, and you can really never get any more because they don't make paintballs anymore, then you find yourselves the best of friends. Hopefully. Item 3, movies. They won't exist for the most part because power will be hard to come by unless you have your own generator. Therefore, I suggest reverting back to theater. If you don't happen to have copies of old plays, then write your own and perform that. Though I suppose mankind is likely to suffer greatly from a degenerative vocabulary, it's still got to be better than nothing. Though I guess I would shed a tear if ever Romeo and Juliet were rewritten as Bob and Sal. Moving on to item 4, reading. And hearkening back to Shakespeare, this is indeed a tragedy to talk about, because I fear for what the future of books will look like. The simple fact is this: we have become so dependent on the computer, word processors, ebooks, and that thing they call a Kindle, that having anything other than a digital copy of something is considered impractical. Hard copies of any document are a thing of the past. It's gone. The times have changed, and it's different now, or was in your case. And it is for that reason I fear for the future, because in the future, devices will not work, and the old ways of doing things will suddenly become relevant again. By that time, it'll be too late. And let's face it, if Hitler wanted to burn books today, he could have saved himself the time by simply digitizing them. Perhaps society will heed my warning, but they haven't as yet done so. Anyway, I'm Biff Bugelberg, lending you the keys to societal reconstruction, one step at a time.